What would be a good workflow, do you think, for content creators in their content
Ooh,
creation motion?
that is a great question. And I personally feel like it's all about going from long form down to short form. So, like, for example, if I go into my content calendar back here, let's see if we can get back there. Content ideas, content creation hub. Where are we at here? I'm trying not to open any more tabs because I already have so many open. But like we will go ahead and operate off of like, for example, this. I had a podcast come out earlier today that was featuring this gal who I interviewed from Bluebell Group named Olivia. And what I basically did with this piece of content is I riffed off of it to create every other large piece of content that is going out this week. And what I did is I always go in and I drop in the transcript. Why can't I find the transcript? This page. I know it's here. I can't see it. Maybe I dropped it into the AI chat. Usually what I do is I drop the transcript onto the page. I swear
Yep.
I did that in this situation. It's just not there. And then I will quite literally go into my AI agent and I will prompt it. Let me see if I can even find it. Yesterday, intro strategy. Yeah, I think this is the conversation. So, yeah, okay. So I dropped it into the chat in this instance. I don't know why I did that. I usually put it on the page, but I literally say, hey, I need you to act as my podcast strategist, help me do an intro to this podcast. So I actually had it write the intro for me first because I record those separately when I do podcasts. It wrote an intro for me. And then after we did that, oh, maybe this isn't the intro. No tip of the week. Date. Okay. I can't find what I did. But what I will do from there is I will tell it to, oh no, I've got a little bit. I'm just not being patient with myself. It's fine. So I had it do an intro for me. And then I will say, okay, on this page, can you act as, I don't know why it's not finding this, but it's my blog content writer. So it's basically the content strategist for writing a blog. And I want you to turn this podcast into a blog. So it already had the transcript in there and it went in and it wrote my blog. And it is trained to not only give me a blog title, but to give me a URL slug because that's just good SEO practices to give me a meta description. And then it writes the entire blog on this page. I then copy and paste that. And like it's even trained to put like CTAs at the end, which this probably has too many CTAs, but whatever. It's not perfect. And then I just paste that into my website. Then I say, okay, let's go back here. And I want you to help me figure out a title and podcast show notes for this piece of content. So it went ahead and it did that. So that's like what's at the top of the page here is a title, which I actually use a different title because I didn't like this title. And then I copied in the show notes, and that is what I pasted into my podcast before I published it. And then the last thing I did is I said, "Hey, can you write an IG promo for this piece of content?" I said, we're using the clip. If you look at the transcript above about leaving her coffee in the microwave and yelling at the microwave as a sign she knows she's burned out. True story. She did yell at the microwave. And that was the clip that I posted on Instagram. So it took that clip and it created a caption for it. And then all I had to do is then go in here and schedule that piece of content. So this is the clip I downloaded from Riverside. This is the
Mhm.
caption we came up with. This is the CTA because I have all of my Instagram pieces that I publish that are related to my podcast. People can comment, listen, and it sends them, hey, do you listen on Spotify or do you listen on Apple? I have that as a mini chat automation. And then the hashtags. And then I just scheduled that to post this morning, clicked ready to post, and then that was it. So my workflow is always long form content down to short form content. So like once I got my brand new content agent that I created this morning up and the goal is then going to be with that to say, hey, I'm ready for you to repurpose this piece of content and it's going to create an Instagram post from it. It's going to create a several threads post from it. Pull the like hot takes and like spicy POVs from that particular piece of content. It's going to create a blog from it. Once I've got that agent up and running, it's going to do that automatically just by me saying, hey, agent, do your thing.
Yeah, that is so cool. I love that. I love how much it's just very much, yeah, it's finding all the good bits and doing it for you.
Mhm.
Like,
And all
make
I
it
do is I
happen.
just drop in the transcript. Like it's the work that I've already done in interviewing the podcast or interviewing the person for the podcast. So it really cuts down on the amount of work then I have to do and just streamlines it because it's already trained. It's got all of its knowledge, it's got all of its training right there.
No, I love this. Thank you. And how do
Mhm.
you manage, like, obviously, this is what we do when the content's made. How are you managing the ideas? I know you had that thing that had all the
Mhm.
ideas there. Do you have some sort of way that it goes from idea to in process to done to posted? Like, is there any sort of stuff?
Yeah, that is a really good question. And I will say, since the agents have launched, this is something I am trying to automate. What I generally do right now is when I have like something new that I am driving towards, something new that I am trying to create, or like a new, what's the word I'm trying to come up with? I don't know. I have like a new thing that I'm trying to sell or whatever. Well, then I will personally go into the AI agent. So I'll just do like let's just go straight to like the normal AI agent. This is what the AI agent looks like when you're not prompting it from another page. It looks very like ChatGPT like. So I will probably go in here and say, like, we'll use a good example. I'm currently doing a VIP day promo for $500 off. You can find details about the promo here. And then I'll go tag that page. That is the promo that I'm doing. And then I will say, I want you to scan my content ideas. Oops, that's not the one I wanted. This is the problem when you're a template creator, is sometimes there's too many databases in your system. I want you to scan my content ideas for content that is related to this so that I can plan my social media strategy. So that might be how I prompt the AI agent when I have a new promotion that I am doing. Or if you're working on a brand deal or something, maybe you have existing content ideas that relate to that brand deal. You could do something similar of, hey, I'm currently doing this brand deal, and go to the place where you've like taken your notes. Maybe it's like a meeting that you had with that person or something like that. You can tag that and say, I want you to scan my content ideas for stuff that would relate to that. And then you can see, and actually it's literally pulling up all of the things that I already have scheduled because I did this not too long ago. Is it saying, oh, you could do this one, you can do this one, you can do this one. Here's some good authority content that you could pull from. And these are all linking to things inside of my Notion database. And it's got direct promo, authority and expert content, belief shifting content, values driven content. So it's very much pulling from that existing content that I've already created, and it's helping me make a game plan. So I would probably do that when I have a new promotion that I am trying to drive to, or maybe if it's a content creator who's working with brands, maybe you have a new brand deal that's up and running. I'm also somebody, and this is, I actually think, a really important thing when it comes to content creation, because I know sometimes the concern with content creation is I'm going to run out of content ideas. This is a really important best practice. So if I go to this page, I call this my quick capture page. And this page is quite literally meant to be a place where I can quickly jot down ideas. Maybe it's a note I'm taking. Maybe it's something I want to add to my library. Maybe it's something I want to add to my task inbox or something like that. But at the bottom of this page, I have a content ideas capture. And this is where I capture all of the new content ideas that I've come up with. It clears itself every week, and I haven't really been in a big content generating place. That's usually Wednesdays for me. And fun fact, guys, it's Tuesday night as we're recording this. So I will add, if I think of a new piece of content when I'm out on a walk, I will add it here. If I think of a new like direction that I want to go with a YouTube video, or I had a really good question in my Notion community for a YouTube video that I would create, I would add it here. So I just have this place where I'm constantly capturing new content, and these new pieces of content get saved straight to this content ideas database I mentioned before. So it's all like interconnected and all like synced together to make this really seamless for me.
If you want to watch the entire episode, click here. And if you want to watch more episodes like this, click here.